Welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is going to be the reading for the collective, coming up starting the 20th through to the 26th of June 2022. So I am going to, over the weekend, look at doing a halfway mark through my predictions video and giving out more predictions for what I can see coming for the next half of the year, because there are things that are happening that I'm sure I was in my predictions video. So for instance, the power shortages, we've actually got them now in Australia, in Sydney, and in fact the other day we actually had a power shortage out, so they took out half our power out, so we could only had certain lights in the house that worked. We had no heating, we couldn't cook, everything, any certain voltage couldn't work. So that's starting to happen in Sydney in Australia. So I'm not too sure about the rest of the world, but I know for me that's starting to happen. So I'm going to look at my predictions this weekend. The base things that were going on. So the last couple of days we have actually had Venus, which has been with a true node or north node. The north node is your life lesson. So people are, with this energy, people are starting to think about and plan what's coming up next in terms of their relationship, whether they wanting to have that relationship or what relationship do they want, like seeking it out, as well as planning about financial situations, what they want for their future, what are they trying to bring in their life. I always think that when the north node or true node, when that actually connects with other planets, I feel like that it's a destiny point. So it's the key destiny points that happen in our life that trigger things. Like destiny points. Also, we've got Venus, which is going to be coming up into Gemini, meeting up with Mercury, which will be happening on around the 23rd, 24th. So with this, where I feel like it's like exciting with this aspect, because Geminis, they're one of my favorite people. Geminis, they're very youthful people. They have this like spark about them. They're very sociable, so this could bring about being more social. This could also push Gemini is there, or Mercury is there with Gemini with Venus, so they're going to start coming together like they may. But I feel like this is energy of being social, of seeking out more knowledge, more wisdom, could even be finding out the truth as well. And it could be something more about young people, feeling young and trying to get that youthfulness back, could even be coming in with this energy that's going to come about over the next week. So it's really, really exciting for those energies to come about. When I've been looking and sort of looking at what's coming up for this week ahead too, I kind of feel like people are kind of scared to spend money, or being very careful what they spend things on. I feel like that's coming up this week for people, and people are trying to be very careful of that, as well as feel like this week people need to keep their eyes open and to see what's really in their life. So what's not delusion, because now we've got all those planets we have one planet now in Pisces. So it's less that delusion energy. So if people are sort of waking up more or opening their eyes up more to sort of see what's real, what has substance in their life. I also feel like people, so I think the energy should get better in terms of our anger and frustration, in terms of the Mars and Chiron conjunction. That was really an intense conjunction we had last week. For myself, the other day there, I thought I was doing really well, keeping very calm, and then something happened and I did get very angry. I also feel like for this week, what's coming up ahead is it's about I feel people are going to it's like standing still. There's something about standing still and assess. Again, I feel like this is more the Venus with the North Node. It's like assessing where you are, where you go from here. I feel like this week there could be some people feeling a bit anxious or a lot of pressure. Seeing fire, something that's going to be some sort of with fire. Could be like some people feeling very, it could be anger, but I keep on seeing fire. So I don't know if it's like a volcano or a big fire that could happen this week. Let's see. All right, let's do some cards. What's coming up this week for everyone? I just feel like everyone's trying to, and I also feel like what's coming up is that people like everyone's talking at once and no one's listening to each other. So I feel like pay attention to what other people are saying, because I feel like it's happening where a lot of talking is happening and people aren't listening. So I feel like there's mixed communication going on coming up in the week ahead. Let's see, we've got the cards here. What we get with the cards that are coming up. I just feel like, and also I think people are feeling a bit like they're feeling unbalanced. They're trying to get everything done, and they're trying to balance on it. I see everyone trying to balance on a tightrope. So to me, that's trying to balance everything and trying to do more things at once. And there's a lot of people who's worried out there that I feel like we've all got a safety net underneath us, that we're gonna be okay. And it's something about our confidence. Okay, let's see what we've got going on. Okay. Well, look, I do see there's some sort of celebration coming up there for us this week. There is something that it says celebration, but I feel like we're moving away from certain negatives in our lives and things you might find that you might be feeling like people are finally standing up to their, I guess, negative issues coming up, or people that are stopping them from doing something. Like people are going to find that courage to stand up for themselves this week. But also I feel like it's about turning a corner, and it's knowing when to walk away when things are not going to get better. But it's like a knowing this week of knowing when you're going to be able to walk away to fulfill your destiny or what you want in your life. There's someone, I feel like there's around everyone this week, there's stubbornness energy coming up where people are going to feel like they're trying to, like a tug of war happening, where people are trying to, like, there's a bit of, I said that miscommunication, arguing coming up this week. And it's like the wheel's trying to turn, but as an aspect of, I think, celebration and fun. And knowing that you've got some sort of control happening over here, but be careful not of manipulating anything that's coming up this week as well. People are, and there's that planning aspect I was getting with that Venus and True Node. There's the planning aspect coming up for this week ahead. I feel like it's all about people finding their uniqueness and people knowing where they're heading from here and where they're going to go from here, and not being too bogged down in the heaviness of life, and trying to, as the best they can, to stay calm and at ease with what's happening in all of our lives at the moment. Because I feel like the world's, I do feel like there's more going to come up. I do feel like there is more coming. There's world that it is coming to be very crazy. It's a very weird, strange world that we are living in. I do feel like it is. And I do feel like it is going to get more. I do feel like we're going to get into more shortages. So just try and be prepared as we can and plan. That's what I feel like it's about, planning this week. We've got to start planning of moving ahead. And I feel like coming up over this next week, there's going to be, I kind of feel like there's something going to be coming up with perhaps even Joe Biden. Like I see fingers pointing at him. So I do feel like there's something coming up with him. He may trip up. There's something coming up with that. And I still feel like there's a war aspect coming up with China too. That could be like coming up for this. So it's like the power that they're manipulating in the world, and we're the people trying to navigate and trying to live our lives the best we can, and trying to use what's around us to our advantage as well. I feel like try and keep communications as open as possible with different forms of communication open as much as you can is a good thing for you this week. Okay, let me see if I can get a channel. Okay. You're all feeling very lonely and suspicious and stuck and stubborn at times. This week ahead is no different, for the world that you have felt has been so weird, so the changes that are coming in place. You all now know that things are going to be exposed, and this week will be no different. For more exposures will be coming out, but look and listen carefully. For some are being leaked, and some are already been there. It's just being uncovered by now. It is time for you to know your value, knowing your worth, knowing your self-worth, and how much you value to others around you and value to yourself. knowing that everyone is unique, everyone has their own way about them, and no one is the same. Everyone has different possibilities opening up for them that's going to be coming up sooner and sooner. As the world you see will definitely change, and over the coming months, things will be changed more. We wish you all the best and have all the faith in the world that you will all survive and overcome what's coming. We bid you good day and farewell. Okay. All right, let's have a look for some cards. I'm going to do these cards actually. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look for cards. What's coming up? So let's just see what happens this week. I feel like it is going to be an interesting week ahead. Let's have a look here, and I will get that producing video done and out. So we've got here, so 1, 2, 3. Okay. Card number 1, which is this card here. So with this card, I feel like what's coming up for you this week, I feel like intelligence is the key. I feel like I'm getting the word intelligence. So I feel like being intelligent, but also knowing your limits. I feel like trying not to do too many things at once. It's like you've got everything that you need, and I feel like, to me, stars are wishes. So I do feel like whatever wishes you've been putting out there could be getting closer, or you're saying to work towards, or could be revealed this week. I also feel like it's important not to let certain people out. So don't shut people out that should be in your life, if that makes sense. I feel like someone around you could be a bit snobby-ish. It could be you or someone around you. They're being a bit snobby-ish, a bit stuck in the mud. And I feel like for them, they can sort of be out of your sort of closeness or out of your circle. But I feel like this week for you, it's about trying to, I just feel like you're going to be very busy. You can try and do multiple things at once with this card. Okay, then we've got card number 2, which is this card here. So in this card here, there's change, transformation around you. There's a lot of change actually coming up with this card. There's a lot of butterflies in this card. That's very change. You're standing up for what you want. You're standing up for your freedoms, your liberties. You're valuing yourself more. So you're taking, you're giving yourself more credit, and you're being more kind to yourself this week. There is some good communication. I feel like this is about a loved one that possibly passed over, like spirit sending you a message, or past someone from the past could be sending you some sort of message this week as well. You are kind of be quite stubborn and maybe even a stick in the mud, but I feel like you're doing it because it's something that whatever you believe in, you've got to hold yourself to that. And that's what's going to count this week for you, to sticking to your self-beliefs. And if knowing you're right, then you're right. If you feel it, you know it, stick with it this week. And I feel like there's opportunities could be coming up for you too, good ones. Then a card number 3, which is this card here. I feel like with this card, I do feel like it's kind of a social card. So I feel like you could be going out, being more social, mingling. I do feel like it's a card where it's like a happy-go-lucky week. So you're just happy-go-lucky, almost like a daydream state. You're wanting to be careful, but you're just wanting to hang out with friends and have good times. I feel like you need a lot of relaxation this week and a bit of rest and TLC this week coming up ahead. And it's going to be a week, I feel like a surprise. I feel like a surprise could be coming your way with this card this week. And then we've got card number 4, which is this card here. So this card here, I feel like it's a good card for love. I feel like for going out, meeting new people, relationships, and it's like you've got it together. I feel like with this card, your relationship is very unique. It's very special, and it's about working together as one. And you're being quite sure, like you're very sure the person that you're with. You're very sure that they're the one that you want to be with the rest of your life with this card. I feel like there's a sureness about with this card, and where you're going, what you're doing. And you're just going to be in this bubble. I feel like there's some sort of bubble that you're going to be in with this card this week. ahead. I feel like just be careful of hit and misses or people trying to get your attention. If it's important, don't ignore it. Like with this card. Okay, so yeah, so as I said, I feel like this world is getting a bit more crazier. I feel like it's going to get unexpected things are going to be popping up more. I will do a predictions video, look at doing it on the weekend at some point, and I hope you all have a fantastic week ahead, and dealing with winter. If you're in the winter, Sydney, it's cold. Hopefully it gets warm up a little bit. If you're overseas, have your summer is very, very good, and I hope you have a good week ahead. Thank you for liking, sharing in your comments, and I will be back for my next video. Also, don't forget I am available for private readings as well. And now I'm kind of hesitant to do these lives because if what happens the other night happens again suddenly, I could not have power. So I'm just got to wait to see what happens with our power situation here in Sydney. They're giving us the warnings, and as I said the other night, I literally had lost half the power in my house. We couldn't cook, we couldn't use heaters for around 4 hours, so it was like from 5 o'clock to 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. So just got to wait and see how things go. But I hope you're all having everything's working out for you all, and I'll see you next time. So bye for now.